Welcome back to Basic Cooking and Baking. We're getting ready to have a little more fun. This one is not going to be all technical stuff like the safety and everything. Remember to like and subscribe and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss any of these wonderful episodes. Now let's get started, and today we're going to be doing eggs. And I'm going to do different kinds of eggs: Overmedium, Overeasy, Overhard, Basted, the boiled, scrambled, and poached. Now let's get started. So I always like to keep it at between medium and medium high so we don't get a little too carried away and burn things. I know this is a non-stick pan, but I like to add just a little bit of butter or something to just give it not only some flavor, but it also helps to just keep the eggs easy. All right, so I'm just melting a little bit of butter. I prefer real butter, not margarine. Your body knows what to do with real butter. Margarine, it doesn't. And so it's harder on your body. Now we will start with an Overeasy egg. Just tap it to break the egg. You don't need to tap it too hard. Okay. And now we're going to wash our hands, because you always want to keep your hands clean, especially around raw meat and eggs. Okay, see how the white is starting to turn white. It's starting to get some color. Now here with the Overeasy egg, now you can see that all the white around the edges is cooked. This part right here is not. It's still what they call rooster juice. Anyways, it's still a little bit slimy. Some people really enjoy that though. So we're gonna take, and why it's called Overeasy is because you're flipping it over easy. Now, all we're going to do basically is just cook it so that the whites are a little bit cooked on the other side. Not quite as cooked as you do an Overmedium. Now we're going to move on to, this is done for an Overeasy. We're going to move on to an Overmedium. Okay, now we're moving on to Overmedium. I'm going to put a little more butter in there. We just want to make it where the egg comes out easily. You don't need a lot, just a little bit. It also helps with the flavor, like I said before. Now you always want to make sure, again, to wash your hands after handling eggs or raw. Now with an Overmedium egg, you're going to leave it until not only this part out here is white, but you want this part here around the yolk to start to turn white also. So the idea of an Overmedium egg is to have all the white cooked, but the yolk still running. So now this part is mostly cooked. When we flip it over, it's going to finish cooking that part. Okay, so this is a perfect Overmedium egg. See how nicely cooked the white is? But the yolk is still runny. Now we are moving on to the Overhard. Like I said before, a little bit of butter. Place the egg in. Now with an Overhard egg, it doesn't matter if the yolk is broken or not because it doesn't need to stay runny. So if you want to speed up the time a little bit, just give it a little stab and break that yolk. Otherwise you can sit there for quite a while until the yolk is okay. So now we're like the Overmedium. We've pretty much cooked up all the white. The yolk is broken, so it's also cooking. We're going to go ahead and flip her over. We don't want crunchy eggs. So there we go. We've got a perfect Overhard egg. All the whites are cooked. The yolk is completely cooked and hard. So there you go, Overhard. Now we are doing Basted. You also can have soft, medium, or hard on the Basted. The idea with the Basted is we're not going to flip it. You cook the egg on bottom, but you let steam cook the top. Now, when you are using steam, you always pull the lid up away from you so you don't get burned with this steam. There you go. You have a nice basted egg. All the whites are cooked. Yolk is still soft. If you want a medium or a hard, just cook it a little bit longer. So now we're going to do a scrambled egg. Again, break the egg. I'm going to put it in a bowl. As you can see, it's in the bowl. It's easier to do it this way. Just take a fork, whip up the egg. That way you're not scratching up your pan, and also it's all scrambled up before you start. The more air you whisk into it, the fluffier it'll be. Okay. Little bit of butter. Pour your egg in. Wait for it to cook just a little bit so that then you're just going to want to move it around and let the raw egg get down onto the cooking surface. Let it cook for a little bit longer. Now I'm going to just go like this and kind of chop it up a bit. Get the rest of the raw egg cooked. Depending on how dry you want it will depend on how much you leave it in the pan. Some people like it a little bit moist. Others like it really dry.
Not really dry, but not really
There you go. You've got some nice, beautiful scrambled eggs. So this is what is called a poaching pan. And it's to do poached eggs. This allows the steam to come out to poach the eggs. If you lift this up, that is where you add the water. So I'm going to go ahead and add the water now. So this is about how much water you're going to need. You want it just to be able to touch the bottoms of your poachers, but not too much that it's overflowing. Hand me this break, please. Okay, so on this one, we're going to do 3 eggs. One is going to be soft, one will be medium, and one will be hard. Like I said before, the difference is the amount of juice that you want to your egg. Yikes. Try not to get the shells in there. Nobody wants crunchy eggs. Or it's added calcium. Just kidding. Now with the poaching, it goes off. You're going to have to fill to know exactly when it's ready. Again, lift the lid away from yourself.
Right to the camera.
This is not quite done yet. You don't want to go over the holes and burn yourself. Okay, so this one you can see is soft. So we're going to go ahead and pull that one out. Now we are going to let this one become medium, which it's not too far from, and the next one will be hard. Now this is to a medium. See how it's still just a little bit soft, but all the white is cooked. This one is still soft, so we're going to let it go for a little bit longer to become hard. Okay, now we're going to turn this off. Pull the lid away from us. And pull out the Overhard. You can take it off the burner. And there you go. That is poached eggs. Now we are doing boiled eggs. So you got your pot, put the egg in it. Okay, you can do as many as you want, and you just will need a bigger pot for more eggs. Okay, so you just want enough water to cover the eggs. So for this, you're going to turn your stove on to high. Once the water starts to come to a boil, we will turn it down to a simmer and let it simmer for 12 minutes. Okay, now that the eggs are done boiling, we're going to go ahead, dump off the hot water, and let cold water run over top of them. Or as I prefer, I just dump the hot water off instead of letting the cold water run through it. And then I just dump ice over top of them, and that shocks it and keeps it from continuing cooking. It stops the cooking process. Now that the eggs are completely cooled off, we're going to hit the fat in and just peel.
Timeouts initiate.
When this is nice and cold, they come off a lot easier than when they're hot. So we're just gonna go ahead and see how they're just breaking off in big chunks. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice. Now I'm going to rinse the egg off, make sure all the shell is off. See how beautiful that is? I like mine with a little bit of salt. Now here's my boiled egg with a little bit of salt on it. Delicious. As you can see, perfect. No green, no sulfury taste or stinky egg fart taste. Great. So our next episode, we're going to be making grilled peanut butter and jelly. Very basic, but very delicious. You'll need some whatever kind of bread that you like, some organic coconut oil, and peanut butter and jam, whatever flavors you like. Peanut butter you'll want smooth or chunky, whatever you prefer, and whatever flavor jam. All right, enjoy. Bye. Thank you for joining us today on learning how to cook eggs in the several different methods. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.